Greetings, I am CrossKnights, and this is Let's Play Rebuild 3, Gangs of Deadville. And I'm doing an extremely risky thing of trying to kill that horde. Alright, well they attacked. Fine, I can ignore them now. Because that, I don't know, it's weird. When the bars, like, when things attack and you're attacking them, it still stays just as dangerous even though the horde is gone, which is a little bit weird. But, you know, what are you going to do? They want to know whether I want to give bars or churches more finance. We're going to finance them evenly. I've never seen any reason to change that, to be honest. I mean, I guess there's certain factions that would have an opinion about it, but besides that, there's never been any reason that I could think of to change it. And someone else joined due to my signposts. Just to give you an idea of how much time has passed, it's not like I've been playing for an hour. I didn't record for like 5 minutes. I just figured I'd finish some things before I started recording again. And it just very little has happened, but a few things have happened. You're going to get hand-to-hand combat for now, which is a short-sighted thing, but when I don't have any weapons, it'll actually be a little bit more useful. Still, he's, oh, I didn't mean to take him off. He's still training at the school to become a better warrior. She just finished, basic traps, which is an amazing thing. Basic traps are the best thing in this game, I would say. I'm going to do zombie avoidance. I don't really need much of the other ones, to be honest, but I'm going to get them anyway. We might as well just... Oh, that hasn't been scouted. I thought it was... Sometimes, like, unscouted buildings look like they don't have any zombies, but they're just unscouted buildings. There's probably hardly any things there, so I want to get that water treatment plant. That'd be a nice thing to have. And let's... Do you have any weapons? Because we could really use weapons. Here's a helmet. Helmet protects people from death, but that's not what I wanted. So, whatever. Goodbye. Okay, now they have a trader, the St. Michael's. I can trade with them. Now, if you have a high enough respect, you can just go over to their faction fort and trade that way, but if not, you need to look for a trader, and then you can trade with that faction. If you have a high enough leader, which apparently I don't, I thought I was at least level 5, you can ask them if there's anything they need, and it could be like, we need medical supplies, and they will pay double for that. So, alright, binoculars are great because they let you scout further. They do the scout further thing from the upgrade that you can research later that I talked about last episode, just for free, just equip them on the person. And they certainly have a lot of helmets. I don't really need any of this other stuff, though. Yeah. So I gave them a better deal. They like me a little bit better, which is always nice. Alright, you guys should scavenge. You should scavenge here, and you should reclaim this water treatment plant. Now, she's been making bullets for me. First of all, I'm going to need some more building materials. I could have traded for building materials, I couldn't, but she's going to chop wood. Instead of making building materials, I'm now going to have her make zombie traps. Now, they cost 5 per trap, which is a lot of building materials. You usually just want to do it after you've reclaimed a lot, but right now, I just seriously want some zombie traps, and you'll see why. The reason is because they're amazing. It'd be good to capture this over here just to make my base more defensible. Let's see. Can we both do it together? We can. We are strong enough. And then I want to just talk to St. Michael's and... Well, alright, I also need a city hall, for God's sakes. I don't know why I haven't been doing that. Oh god. Okay, so these are super zombie groups. What happens with them is they appear somewhere and charge straight for your base. So they will attack very soon. They are more powerful than regular zombies. I need to defend against them. So, any second now. Oh great, so scavenging takes longer because sewers are being backed up. Good, but we sent all of our warriors here, except for the one in training. I'm going to defend to our dying breaths. You got to be careful with that one, because if you fail it, you will lose someone. But I was pretty sure we'd be able to handle that. Let's just finish up here. Alright, so the water treatment plant doesn't just magically work. You use it, and you get it, and then you have to repair it with an engineer. So now we have less danger from zombies, so I can research something else. What is the best thing to research? Water towers, or watchtowers, that's not that great. Generate power, that's actually really good. I should have gotten that instead of the other one. And these guys are almost on my side enough that they will form an alliance with me. Alright, did she in fact... My other engineer... Okay, my other engineer has made 2 zombie traps. The way you use them is you select them, you put them on an area, and now zombies will start decreasing here till eventually there will be no zombies. Now, this is amazing, because if you fill your entire outside of your fort with zombie traps, you will be protected from all zombies except for the ones that I just fought that charge your base. They will go right over zombie traps because they're insane and crazy and murderous. And there's actually a 3rd type of zombies, but I wouldn't worry about them until much later. And I just wanted to show that real quick. I'm actually going to take her off and start her on a very... Oh, this is going to be fixed water. That's going to take a lot of materials, but we're going to do it. And I need a few more... I need just a few more materials. And then I'm going to build the city hall. So let's actually go to that. Well, the man really increased that building's project speed, didn't he? And there's another one of these. So good thing the man's done building, because he needs to go up here and protect. Also, it looks like the Luddies are deciding to... They might attack me. Oh, they're why are they red? If they're red, that means it's dangerous, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm just confused. Alright, so you... Where should I build it? Right over this park. You build a city hall. And they just attacked. Once again... Oh, we could ask the Luddies for help, but that means that they'll lose a little bit of respect. So I just handled it myself. Note, this is no longer red, it's now orange, because those zombies are dying. Oh, look, there's a circus! I could pay 20 food to have the whole fort watch. Alright. We'll do that. We were all in high spirits as we went over to Gustav's Big Talk. The show itself, interesting. They somehow found a speaking zombie whose shtick was telling off-color jokes. He wasn't bad, but it was kind of like watching a sad clown. It just left you feeling hollow inside. Things went bad when the zombie tamer came out, but he really should have known better to try and stick his head into one of the creature's mouths. Within seconds, they were all on him. We're gonna try to save the tamer. Alright, I don't know how we managed to free him without him being bitten, but we did. Ron sprained his ankle in the process, but we mostly got away in one piece. Afterwards, the tamer, Gene Griffin, asked if he could join up with us. It seems he had had enough of Gustav's circus for the last one lifetime. So, if you I've never not successfully saved the person who's a trainer, and he's a leader, that's good. We'll put you in the church. I've never not successfully saved them, but sometimes one of your guys gets injured, which is the only problem, and unfortunately it looks like it was the guy that, that was building my city hall, so we're just gonna have her finish that. But the tamer always joins you at the end, so that's just a nice way to get another character with you. And she now only eats half rations. Excellent. She's becoming a... Potentially, I might take her with us. It's good to have a good scientist, and she has bookworm, doesn't she? I picked up a book. Excellent. Now that she's increased her sciencing even more... Yeah, I definitely might take her with me. It is certainly possible. Alright, generate power has happened. That's good. Now we can craft things better. And we can now start the Constitution. Now this time I'm not going to be ridiculous with it. I want one that's actually effective. Our highest priority, I think really, just from the man's moral standpoint, would be keeping people safe. He's always been about keeping people safe. We're going to have the leaders incentive. I'm going to pick what I think the man's government would be. This is not always going to be the case, because sometimes different towns call for different scenarios that you want to have help with, but I think he would be a leader and pick policies. I mean, you'd think maybe he let the people decide, but he knows that not all people are cut out for leadership. But he doesn't want to be a dictator if he doesn't have to be. Private property, some shared, some private property. Like, that increases morale, and it also focuses on survivals. We can do both things. Now, wealth distribution... assigning randomly just isn't a great idea. Favoring soldiers, These two, the middle two, best results. I always favor the hardest workers. I think I mentioned that, because that just means that the characters that you use the most will be the happiest. So, and the characters you don't use as much won't be as happy, but, they get to sit back while we protect them. People who do bad things are going to be kicked out of the fort. And while the man would love to help anyone who needs it, we should just help our allies. So we are a military republic somehow. I didn't favor soldiers, did I? I don't know. Also, I need to do something about his name. But he's gonna be, President the Man. Let's see if I can change his name to something where the game doesn't get confused as to what I meant. I don't know if this will work, but hopefully it now realizes that the Man is one thing. No one knows his real name. Actually, you do. His real name is the Man. His mother knew. His mother knew he was special and named him the Man. But now that I have my government, it's time to talk to some factions. We're gonna meet with you. And our leader, because leaders are better at meeting with people, I think, are gonna meet with you. So let's do this. We're meeting with both factions at the same time. And I was clearly not paying attention to that. Hire mercenaries? Damn it. Well, you know. Wait, I think... Did we even lose the thing? Was it this? If it was that, we lost it. Alright. But he was injured. He'll get better, though. Whatever. It could have been worse. Alright, we found the kin shoveling and other things with leeches. Okay. They want us to build a farm. I can probably do that. That's not a problem. Now we're meeting with them. He wants us to install a bunch of traps. What if I just install one trap? Alright, well, I gave him one trap. That's fine. So here, this is a story thing. This will happen if you talk to the Luddies and then him. I met with Rufus, the leader of St. Michael's Schools for Boys. If you ask me, he's an arrogant little punk, but I guess I was at 15 too. I mentioned the stuff Ludd said about the kid's dad. So, if you don't remember from last time, he thinks that his father was involved in making the zombie virus. I mentioned the stuff Ludd said about the kid's dad, Dr. Igaban. Rufus admitted his dad was a CDC researcher and said they used to live in the suburbs here, but swore his father was a good guy and would never have helped create such a horrible disease. He also said he knew his dad was dead, but wouldn't say why. He told me to drop the subject and stop worrying about a cure. There ain't no cure, old man. Just a lot of false hope. Alright, sorry, kid. I tried to say sorry, but Rufus refused to answer me and left. I saw his eyes later. They were all red like he had been crying. Poor kid. So, I need to go back and forth a little bit in order for this story to unfold, but it's a good idea. And I know to get the true ending, this storyline is required. But there's also two other storylines, two, not one, that I did not find, and I'm worried I'm going to miss them. So, we'll see. But I'm going to take myself and you, who just built my nice city hall, and we're going to build this farm. And that should make the Luddies happy, which will be good. See, I don't get this event. It said he was disappointed that we didn't speak to them before deciding our new government, but understood. I just don't get... Is there a way to prevent this message from coming up? Because it always comes up every time I build something and there's other factions. Like, they all are like, blah, blah, blah. Like, what am I supposed to do to stop this? I don't even know, or does it just always happen? But if you pick apologize, you'll gain +1, and if you say no, then they'll be a little bit annoyed. But I'm just going to apologize and get the +1, because why wouldn't I? There's no reason to not to. And this thing has been... I don't want... Oh, I don't have any more zombie traps because I gave him a zombie trap. Too bad. This thing is definitely... used to be absolutely populated with zombies and now has hardly any, so that's very nice. I think... I mean, if I could just stop guarding this, I would love to clear out that building and give it to them, just because that'll help me defend my buildings. Just them owning it would help a lot. And we have improved teaching. Now, I think I'm just going to have her start making things. I'm going to have her make a few bombs, and you'll see how those work in a second. The water treatment plant is done, but we need something, I think. Oh, we need a bunch of soldiers to clear the place out, is what we need. I guess I'll have you research watchtowers, whatever. Hopefully no one dies here. That would be a real shame. But this is ridiculous. I'm just gonna leave. Oh, well, that pissed them off. I kind of wanted to be friends with them. I shouldn't have pissed them off. Oh, well. And look who forgot to clear the field. That would be me. Here I can bet food. If I bet food, I might get things. There, I got a jackpot. I got a cat! It's amazing. Awesome. Who wants the kitty? What does the man have? The man has a hammer and no weapon and is kind of sad. Holy crap, this one gives everything. This is an amazing cat. You're totally getting the cat. The man has an adorable kitty now that I wish I could rename, but I can't. For some strange reason, that is not an option. Okay, so we're trading you. Ask if they need anything. They need materials. Unfortunately, the only reason I came here was for materials, and that tells me right away that you guys are useless. Good day, sir. Oh, okay. Someone found building materials. Excellent. It was him. Because of his hoarder thing, I think. Excellent. And I was too late to get that before it filled up with zombies, unfortunately, but I can reclaim this and give it over. And you want to talk to me? Is it because I gave you all those things? I think it is. You get hoarder too. That means you'll find more building materials. Excellent. And it means that he has a fancy hat. Well, it doesn't mean that, but he does have a fancy hat. You can stop chopping wood long enough to take this so I don't get waylaid from there again. And you want to talk to me? Lars Jones. So he's a friendly face. I'm going to make you... It's probably good to make you have firearms training. Yeah. He doesn't have a gun yet, but he will. I could give him the man's gun. Maybe I should do that. There's one zombie for him to kill, though. I think he can handle that. You can stop that. There's no more... Alright, there's no more to research. So now they're just going to keep on making bullets, which is free. You can just make bullets somehow. So what do... I'll wait. Alright. Let me wait till I have a few more. I've found a bicycle! Oh my god. Who wants a bicycle? Do you want a bicycle? You have a chemistry set, which doesn't even make any sense. You get a bicycle. So he can now... He's basically safer. Like, he can scout as far as he wants, and it's not dangerous because he can just ride away. Cool. Alright, well, it looks like the plague has broken out. So I'm glad I built that hospital, because that might have been bad, but now I can cure people with medicine. Looks like he was injured, which I swear to God, each time I tell a builder to do something. I will hand over the Mega Mall, which means I can probably ally with him at this point if I only got 8. That means I bet it capped out. And we want you to help him. I was just putting them there to hold that place. And look at that! He was trying to reclaim this, he got injured, and now the stupid thing is filled up with zombies again. He was injured while scavenging. Oh, I was scavenging in a pretty dangerous place, to be fair. Oh, well. Good, and I think it's working. President the Man, I think, hopefully it'll just say that I'm the man now. Okay, well, he'll recover fast, hopefully. I wish I had another builder. But again, alright, you just hold this so zombies don't fill up. I do have 100 respect with them currently, which is nice. But I'm going to go back to them with a leader, I guess. I still feel like it's better to have a leader. I don't know if it actually is. And see if they're going to tell me anything interesting as far as that storyline goes. But I'm keeping this Mega Mall... No, I'm actually going to give it to them. What do I need a Mega Mall for? You guys take on the zombie onslaught. I don't need it. So we're going to talk with you first. We built the farm. Excellent. Well, that was useless. This is what I wanted. I ran into the Luddies today, and Owen Ludd was in full lecture mode. Today's topic, how television and the internet nearly destroyed our children. I made some dumb joke like, thank God for zombies, eh? Which got his attention. He knew we talked to that kid Rufus from St. Michael's and wanted to know what we learned. You don't believe him, do you? I bet his dad's office is filled with documents that could prove what happened. Maybe we could even find a cure, man. Ludd has a point. He wants to come to investigate Rufus's old homes in the suburbs. Should we do it? Yes. Take him to Rufus's old house. Great, except we don't know where Rufus's old house is. Only that it's somewhere in Witchbane. We'll have to convince the kid to tell us where to find it. So that's the next step. We then need to go back to St. Michael's. Meet with... Now, I'm going to use a... This is really risky and probably stupid. It's actually not very risky, because screw that building, I don't even care. But explosives instantly clear out zombies. Now, the reason it was possibly stupid is because sometimes it also destroys the building that you use the bomb at, and then I would get 2 piles of rubble, and there's no way to rebuild the gas company. But that worked out okay. But we'll talk to Rufus. The man is still recovering. I'm just going to send any old person to see if you have any freaking building materials, finally. Even he doesn't have building materials? What is happening? This is ridiculous. No one on the map has building materials. That was just really bad luck that no one has them. I'm just going to have to get them through natural means. You know, chopping down wood, blowing things up. But I wanted to use bombs on this area, because then you can just reclaim the rubble instead of spending soldiers to clear it, but I don't have the building materials, so I'm going to wait. I just keep on waiting for them, and it's not happening. Alright, talk with Rufus. Alright, why are adults such a bummer, Rufus asked me. You guys are, like, never happy. Cheer up. I want to see you having fun out there. Adults were never happy or refused. I'll come back later. This is really what I wanted. Ludd and I met with Rufus from St. Michael's today and asked if he could take us to his dad's zombieism research. The look that kid gave me. Well, I think the answer was no, or go kiss a zombie and die. How can we persuade him? I'm going to convince him. Ludd cheerfully explained his theory that the doctor had been developing zombieism as a mind control weapon. Rufus went quiet for a minute while the news about his dad sank in. Then he let out a sudden cry like a wild animal and leapt at the guy. After I'd pulled Rufus off and made sure that he hadn't actually clawed Ludd's eyes out, I told him that I didn't believe Ludd's theory, but there was only one way to know for sure. Go to his old home and find the evidence. He agreed, gave directions to the house in the suburbs, and said we could leave any time. Okay, after this happens, I can be a lot more reckless, because this is the only thing I needed to make sure happens. The suburbs is all the way over there. Good thing we're going to have to search by ourselves. God, this is kind of out there, isn't it? I think I want to wait until the man is healed for this, because he should probably go, personally. I also... Do I have 100% respect with you guys still? Good. It's time to get an alliance out of them, because now I don't think having an alliance will cancel that mission, but I wasn't 100% sure. It's been too soon since the last time I talked to them, so never mind. And it looks like we scavenged some building materials, so it's time... Where's my builder? She's... Alright, never mind. She's building over there. Let her finish. She finished. No, I'll be keeping that... Actually, take the power plant. I'll build up a power plant somewhere. It can give you electricity, which is really nice, but not in any way necessary. I think it just increases happiness, really. So now that she's done, I can take ye old bombs and blow up this cemetery, which it actually did blow up. It definitely got destroyed. So also, if you rebuild on a cemetery, sometimes religious people will question it because it's disrespectful to the dead. But that didn't happen this time. She wants ammunition to go crazy with. I'll give her ammunition. We have ammunition. It's fun. We're making like 6 a week. It was fine. You'd take a week's worth of ammunition just to have fun, because whatever. My other builder is done, so we're gonna, I don't know, use explosives on the other cemetery and blow it up. Guess I got lucky on that power treatment plant that it didn't blow up, because I'm blowing up everything else. I'm not a mad bomber. I'm a completely sane bomber. I'm just getting unlucky with that, aren't I? Hold that, please. Alright. So, I'm working up on shoring up my zombie defenses. Okay, the man is healed. We're going to take you, and a warrior, and a leader. And hell, let's also take an engineer for storyline reasons, because they might be able to make sense of the research. Alright, let's do it. Hey, there's someone living here, though. Is that okay? Is that okay that there's someone living in the house? Because I don't know if it is. Alright, here we go. Owen Ludd and I followed Rufus to his old house in the suburbs. The two of them argued the whole way. Ludd accused Rufus of being helpless without the internet, to tell him how to do everything. Rufus called Ludd a patchouli-reeking old technophobe. They finally shut up when we got there. Rufus said he hasn't been back to this house in 2 years, but the front door was ajar, and there were scuffling noises. So who should enter first? I'll go first. I don't want Rufus to get waylaid or anything. I took out my weapon, wondered again how the heck I had been talked into this mission, and pushed open the door. Inside, a terrified dog sped around the room twice, hesitated as we saw we were blocking the exit, and then skipped out through our legs. We breathed a sigh of relief. No zombies. The house was starting to go a little mildewy, but the doctor's office was fine. We found his laptop with the CDC. Alright, let's talk with Rufus. Because he's just staring out the window like a weirdo. I didn't expect Rufus to say much, but he blurted it out. I buried him here. My dad had hung himself in the living room, probably thinking Rufus was dead. All his suicide note said was, "I'm sorry." Rufus said this was the story of his life. His mom died when he was young, and his dad left him at a boarding school while he flew around the world working on projects he didn't talk about. Or couldn't talk about. He always had that laptop with him, Rufus said. He probably loved that thing more than me. Let's get it powered at a workshop and see what's on it. Okay, so now there should be a mission at... Yeah, there's a mission at a rooftop, at a laptop. We gotta hack that. Let's send both of our engineers there, because this is very important. And in the meantime, you can go back... Actually, I don't know, you're not devout, right? Let me see. No. Let's have him go to the bar for a bit to help with the bar people. And we're not strong enough to deal with that. So, unfortunately, I have to wait while all the zombies... Oh, wait, the zombies have been exploded. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. That's another way to deal with hordes, by the way. A pretty effective way. And there's a nice suburb here. That's nice. Well, that time it blew up. Damn it. Why couldn't you have blown up the field? That's useless anyway. Alright, in the meantime, I guess when we're waiting for the laptop to be hacked, we might as well invade here and start killing the zombies that are blocking the water treatment plant from being effective. Okay, so I just got the caravan event again, and I once again talked to Caitlin. I have a feeling if I got the caravan event like 3 times, maybe something would happen, because obviously some of the girls are upset about this, but I've never gotten it 3 times. Because you get a different event each time you talk to her, but that's the last one I've ever gotten. So we now have running water in the city. Excellent. Very excellent. So that's done. The laptop is taking a long time to hack, unfortunately. Let's see, the man has very little science skills, but... Oh, I have a dog! I should keep the cat. I love the cat. I want the cat. What does the dog do? +2 leadership. Okay, well, I know I should give that to. But since he does have a little bit of science ability, we're going to put him there. And we're going to give this dog to you, as it makes you a better leader and it makes you happy. Alright, another random event while I was waiting. It looks like the kids at St. Michael's will trade me a bazooka if I give them some booze. And I totally want a bazooka. I don't know if this is irresponsible. Alright, so we gave them to this, and they gave us a dog named Bazooka. So, I mean, that's not nothing. It is something. I gave him a hammer because it has offense, but let me see. Yeah, Bazooka's actually a good fighter, alright. So that's not, I mean, it's not as good as a bazooka. I think there are bazookas in this game, too. If I could just find one. You have a bike. I have weapons, don't I? Here, you can take this golf club. Oh, he has hand-to-hand combat. Giving him a golf club actually makes him worse at fighting. Well, that's what I get for giving all of my soldiers hand-to-hand fighting. I don't think anyone can use that except for her, who she has a better weapon, so... Why would... Alright, and they're strong enough to take down these zombies, which is nice. It's getting ridiculous. Alright, here we go. It was easy to power up the laptop, but the CDC's security took some time to bypass. Given enough time, anything can be cracked. Zombies know this. They'll smash against the same locked gate for a month if they smell meat on the other side. We got Rufus and Ludd in for the unveiling. The kid looked fidgety. I think he's starting to believe Ludd's story about the old man. That he created zombieism for the government and was planning to infect us from the start. Which search words should we use first? Vaccine cure. Yeah, let's look for that. They never even got close to a cure. So, alright, so origin, creation, weapon. We picked through the cached emails and painfully technical research that went over our heads. One thing was clear. The government did not create the disease. The doctor knew almost nothing about it at first, but spent the last months of his life frantically looking for a cure. I guess I should have read these in order. Laboratory, location, address. The doctor made several references to something called the Hope Infectious Disease and Viral Experimentation Laboratory. It's north of here in a town called Hope, across the border in Canada. He called it our best chance for a cure, and pleaded with his superiors to share the American CDC research to the scientists there. They rejected him. Rufus was smiling through his tears by the end. His dad's laptop background was a picture of a younger, more innocent Rufus digging in the sand on the beach. Ludd apologized, and then said it just proves that China was the one who created the disease. We'll hold on to this research for now. It might turn out to be useful later. Alright, and we gained the doctor's research, whose name I won't say because I don't want to try to pronounce it. So I'm done with this whole thing. Plug it off. Let's plug it. So now I just need to make friendly with everyone and I can leave the town. Because that's the main thing. I mean, you can do that without doing that whole mission, but again, to get the real ending, which, by the way, I don't know if I'm going to get. I definitely might not get it. Because until recently, there was a glitch where you couldn't get the real ending, which is terrible. But, especially after spending like 38 hours. But, yeah, this is good. I've already made friends with the Luddies. So we're just gonna go to our government building and hopefully we can hold off the zombies long enough. I have some building material. I have enough to make 4 traps. We're gonna make traps. And how long is this gonna take? I don't quite know how to decrease this. I don't know if you can just cram anyone onto this mission and have it decrease, or if like leaders are better. You'd think it'd be leaders would decrease it, but making an alliance takes a considerable amount of time, unfortunately. But it's time that I have. Alright, the treaty's almost signed. In the meantime, I cleared out the bottom a little bit. But alright, an alliance with the Luddies. 2 of the Luddies blew trumpets, and the 3rd cried, "His Majesty King Owen Ludd the First!" As Owen climbed the steps with a sheepish smile, the fanfare kind of started as a joke, he said, but now it's one of our traditions. When I die, they'll probably replace me with another king or queen. He flashed the crowd a peace sign and gave a short speech about the benefits of lasting peace and eating raw foods. He was right about the peace, anyway. An alliance with the Luddies has been achieved. Excellent. And I just gained more respect with them because, well, I kind of pissed them off because I didn't give them a building back because I wanted it. Alright, Rufus and 2 other kids from the St. Michael's School for Boys came to our gates yesterday. They looked badly malnourished. One of them was missing 3 of his teeth, and I don't think they were baby teeth. Rufus apologized for not being honest earlier. The truth is they all scavenged all the food they can safely around their fort. The boys in St. Michael's are starving. Rufus was inspired by the Luddies' farming skills and wanted to start a garden in the field behind the school. They came to see if we could help. We're gonna feed the boys and promise to help. Okay, so we promised to give them a shovel too. I'm fine with giving them that. This should actually help increase the faction relations quite a bit, which is good because that's all I need to do to leave this place. We got, yeah. Actually, they're good now. I can just send someone over, but let's just complete this mission. It seems later on there's not... I wish there was more storyline events with the different factions. There's a few... But I do wish there was more. Like, hopefully they're going to add more as the game goes on. Wait, I did the wrong thing. Let's cancel that. I'm going to deliver supplies instead. Alright, I met with Rufus at St. Michael's with tools in order to build the farms. The kids grabbed the shovels and started digging holes in random places. Obviously, no one had any clue what they were doing. I asked Rufus if they needed help. He got defensive. Not from you. What the heck do you know about farming? I restrained myself from slapping the little goon. Then he had the nerve to ask me if we could convince the Luddies to come teach them to farm. Yeah, I can do that. I never got this, by the way. I was like, alright, good, because the Luddies are the best farmers in Witchbane. Alright, well, I never got this before. So now it looks like I'm gonna be here even longer. but that's fine. It's good to see all the different events. So he's offering to help if I give him a medkit, but I used my medkit to save someone else's life, so I'm going to appeal to his good nature. And since he's my ally, it looks like he's going to do it. He finally relented and said he'd give the kids a few lessons himself, but only if they do exactly what they were told. He seemed to think I was keen about learning about farming too, and actually taught me a few tricks about the natural pesticides that may come in handy. That's interesting. Do we know pesticides now? Because that's a research thing. We do! Holy crap, he just gave us pesticides, which is way... You don't get pesticides until way later. But, I kind of want to... Can I talk to St. Michael's one more time? I can. Let me just see if this mission is over, and then we can ally with them. Oh, dear. Oh, did I mention I put zombie traps there? I don't remember. Let's see. Oh, this is just the previous missions. So now I actually have two options. I am a level 9 or level 6 leader now, so I could just say adults are never happy, or I can say we are happy because I'm extremely happy. It's time for a water fight! Rufus yelled and rolled behind the tires, spraying water at me. I ducked for cover, and then spotted a pile of water balloons in the corner. Grenades! I tossed a book at Rufus to distract him, then dove for the balloons. We were all thoroughly soaked and smiling by the time we declared a truce. Nobody ever wins war. Everyone wins in a water fight. Fair enough. I had a water fight when I was younger. It was fun. We had a bunch of balloons. Except I tried to, like, stash them in a hidden place, and there were these blades of grass, and every time I picked them up, they exploded. I wasted a lot of grenades that way. But I think my logic was in the right place. I just didn't think that, you know, grass was sharp enough to cut balloons. Mistake anyone can make, really. And I can talk with them again. Which means... Boom. Suggest an alliance. They're cool with it. Time to go to City Hall. And then we can get out of here, and then the video will end. Hopefully I was able to put all of this in one video. I don't know, though. Might have had to break it up. It's hard to say. I'll just cram as many people as possible. No one's needed over here. There we go. How long is this going to take? 7? Alright, this is probably as low as I'm going to be able to make it. What if I put the man over there, though, and left my base undefended? How would that look? That decreased it by a lot. It probably is based on leadership, isn't it? I don't know. I don't think it's just based on cramming random people places. But I shouldn't leave that undefended because that's my water treatment plant, and I kind of want to keep that. Not that it matters. Again, we're leaving, but role-playing. Uh-oh. We all passed the dilapidated Allmart, and we heard sounds of gunfire coming from inside. We snuck in and found this guy with slicked black hair and a chin you could break rocks off of, fending off a small horde of Zeds. With each one he dropped, he let off a "Hail to the King, baby," or a "See you in Hades, you scum-sucking deader." He wasn't doing bad for a guy with only one hand, and a book under the other arm. But they'll get him sooner or later. Should we help? I've never had this event before, but I'm going to try it. Attack the undead. Okay, so that was, we got a chainsaw, so that's cool. That's definitely cool. He was being all, like, Ash from Evil Dead, I think. Alex became devout. So if I just made her devout, like, when I wasn't recording, so I'm taking him with him, so he's just gonna be devout. But if, devout people hang out with other devout people, they are more likely to become devout themselves. And they've been spending a lot of time together. They might be friends, actually. They're spending a lot of time together because they're both my heavy enforcers. Let's see. Yeah, he's good friends with me and good friends with her. Excellent. And with that other guy. Everyone's good friends. And they finally attacked. But to no avail. Oh, look at this, finally. Alright, so I decided to go for another trading before I left. Also, you'll notice I have a whole bunch of food. I must have found a warehouse somewhere, because if you find a warehouse, I believe that's what increases your food intake, or your ability to gain more food, because otherwise you're capped at 50. I don't know where that is, I don't remember it happening. Anyway, an alliance with St. Michael's. Rufus gave me the old up high, down low, too slow, high-five routines. I ruffled his hair in revenge, and we play-fought for a little bit. Then he cleared his throat and addressed the crowd. You guys are pretty cool. For adults, I mean. Now that we're allied, you can come hang out anytime you want. I expected the day it'd end in some kind of giant food fight, but Rufus made an effort to get through the rest of the ceremony with a straight face. He's a good kid. Alright, the alliance has been made on both factions. There's a giant zombie horde coming to my base. Only one of these guys is trained to fight it, though. There we go. And there we go. And there we go. Now I should be able to leave, because Witchbane is ours. We can take up to 3 people, and it's time to make some decisions after we defend against this zombie horde. Sure, just take whatever you want. It doesn't matter anymore. I am taking Alex Broski, who's now devout, which means you'll get more power from churches. I'm leaving her. She is going to stay and help, hopefully, reclaim the rest of her town with her expert building skills. And also taking her baby and giving her back her baby. And instead, as I mentioned, I'm going to take Shoeless Ranyu, who will get a nice chainsaw. Excellent. So, I think a hammer counts as a tool. So and I mean a sledgehammer. If I get him a sledgehammer, he'll be like super builder, but he's already pretty super buildery. Well, that's good. So he's coming with me, and finally, I think I'm gonna leave Kenny Higgins here also. With him, he'll probably be good. You two can hang out together. Instead, I am in fact going to take her. Stephanie Sunburn. Which means we want her to carry an additional weapon. Even if she's not going to use it. Alright, so this is better. This is a really good gun. We're definitely taking this. So she's going to take her book, and she's going to take the assault rifle. The man is going to take the submachine gun, and he's going to take this amazing freaking cat. We're definitely keeping that. Alex is going to take these binoculars, because that's going to be amazing for scouting at the beginning. And also the chainsaw, because again, I feel like just building at the beginning is really important. And that gives me a building thing. And he's going to take what he already has. Alright, so let's gather everyone up. Make a final save, just in case I need to come back here for some ridiculous reason. And go to the City Hall, which I can move you off. And there's only the 3 of us here, or there are only the 4 of us here, right? Yep, alright, this is my party. Well, say goodbye to Dorothy Brooks and Kenny Higgins. This is their home now. They should be fine. Looks like this is a relatively peaceful town that's mostly been cleared out from zombies. And right when I'm about to get out, these guys are saying things. I kind of want to play this out because, again, these are events that I never got before. So, next time I'll deal with this, and then I'm immediately going to leave the town. So, if they came here a second later, this wouldn't have happened. Anyway, I'm CrossKnights, and I'll see you next time when we deal with, looks like zombies are attacking. Alright, later.